Hello, welcome to Global Asset Channel. If this is your first time on Global Asset Channel, I want to use this opportunity to welcome you to the Global Asset Channel family, and I want to tell you that you will not regret watching this video. You will not regret subscribing. You will not regret sharing. You will not regret liking. So by way of introduction, my name is Precious. I'm a registered nurse here in Canada, and on this channel I educate people on how they can migrate from their countries of originality to their countries of their choice. I'm very particular about Canada because that is where I reside at the moment. So once more, I want to welcome you if you are new here, and to my fans, my followers, my families, and my friends that are always coming back to watch and subscribe and share. I want to say I appreciate you. I couldn't have come this far without you. Thank you once more for your help. Thank you for your support. Together we've got this, and together we will be able to skate through this. Thank you. Hello, welcome back. We're going to be talking about the spousal open work permit today. And if you are someone that's been following with my video, one of my videos I did about the cap on international students, I did talk about the minister saying that in weeks to come, he was going to throw more light or explain in details what he meant by spousal work permit will no longer be in effect. So on the 19th of March, he came up with what he meant. So he made more explanation, made it more clearer for people to understand. A lot of people have been carrying this rumor or speculating that the Canadian government said they no longer want students in Canada. Oh, they are no longer giving student visas to students. No, I'm just here to clarify the fact that the Canadian government have not said that they don't want students. Students are still wanted in Canada. But the only thing is that there is a clause to who can bring their spouse now. So before now, what it was before now is that no matter what you're coming to Canada to study, you will get a spousal work permit for your spouse. You know, if you're coming to study in Canada, your spouse would definitely be eligible, you know, for a spousal work permit. That was before January 21st, 2024. And now the immigration minister has come out to explain the categories of people that can or cannot have their spouses having work permit. Okay, so that's what I'll be clarifying today, because a lot of people have been asking me, oh, I can't come to Canada anymore. I even know of someone who has paid and is requesting for a refund because he thought that the Canada said they no longer want students. No, Canada hasn't said that. They've not said they don't want students. What they've said is that they want students, but it's not all categories of students that will now be eligible for a spousal work permit. Okay, so now as of March, you might see me reading or taking my face off the camera. I want to go word for word according to what I read, the research I made. I don't want to add anything. I don't want to give false hope. I don't want to raise anybody's hope negatively. Okay, so as of March 19th, 2024, partners and spouses of international students are eligible for a spousal work permit only, listen, only if their sponsor is enrolled in a master's or doctoral degree program. So if your husband or your wife, your spouse, as the case may be, is coming for a program that is master's or PhD at any university are also eligible to apply for spousal work permit. So if you belong to this category, you are coming for a master's, to study master's, or you are coming for a PhD, you automatically have your spouse. If you have your student visa granted, then your spouse can apply. You can apply for your spouse can apply for an open work permit. This other group of people, you understand, when the minister on January 21st, when the minister listed people that were going to be eligible for a spousal work permit, he said, and some professionals. So in his speech on the 19th of March, he made clear what professionals he was referring to. Again, I'm going to be taking my face off so that I'll be able to read and let you know. So if your spouse is coming, as a student of Doctor of Dental Surgery, DDS, DMD, then your spouse will be eligible for an open work permit. Or Bachelor of Law or Juris Doctor, LLB, LLB, JD, BCL. Your spouse will be eligible for a spousal open work permit. Doctor of Medicine, MD. Doctor of Optometry, OD. Pharmacy, PharmD, BS or BSc, BPharm. Or Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, DVM. Bachelor of Science in Nursing, BScN, BSN, BNSC. Bachelor of Education, BEd. Bachelor of Engineering, B-Engine, BE, BASE. So if your spouse is coming for any of these courses that I mentioned here above, you'll be eligible for spousal open work permit. Spouses and partners applying for an open work permit must provide documents. You must provide documents that prove a relationship to the student, and one document showing proof of their partner's enrollment in a degree granting program of study. So a lot of people have also messed up this whole thing, right? So all these things that we are encountering, all this trouble, all these laws here and there, is because of a lot of things that are going on. So now they are saying that you cannot just come and tell us that you have a spouse that is coming to school, and because of that, you now want us to give somebody a spousal work permit. They will also need a proof. So if you are coming in as a student and want to make claim that you have a spouse, you must be able to show the immigration proof of your partnership. That's what they are saying here. And apart from that, IRCC, that's Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, they also will want a valid letter of acceptance. Letter of acceptance is now one of the requirements that you must tender before you can apply for visa, and that started just in January. Okay, so you must bring a letter of acceptance from a designated learning institution. So your letter of acceptance is the one that you get from your school. Maybe you apply to a University of A, and the University of A now granted you a space to, they now accepted your application. They granted you a space as a student, you know, accepted your application. Then they will not also send to you a letter of offer, and you will have to also say, oh, I accept this letter, I accept your I accept this admission that was given to me. A proof of enrollment letter from their spouse or partner's DLA. So you also need a proof of a letter from the school that this your wife or your husband is actually coming to be a student in their school. Transcripts from their spouse or partner's current program. So these are some of the things that you will be required to submit before you can apply for your spouse, before you can apply for an open work permit for your spouse. Okay. And some people have this question, okay, before this law came into being, I already started my education here. I was already a student before they started this. What's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to my spouse? If you already applied, IROCC says that those who applied for a spousal work permit before March are still eligible. So if your application, maybe you are a student already, you're a student already before all these changes started, it will not affect you. So you don't have anything to worry about. You don't have to worry about anything because you were already in the system before they started this change that they brought into system. Okay, so do not worry about anything. If you are already a student, you can apply for your spouse. Okay, so but you should be able to prove when you are applying you have a valid work permit, you are eligible for a post-graduation work permit. And that is why you really have to check. If you're coming in as a student, you need to check schools that are eligible for postgraduate work permit. Before, there wasn't any problem, but since January, before you apply to any school, please check. I have a full video on that, schools that are eligible for postgraduate work permit. Okay, then you are a full-time student at one of these types of schools. So you are a full-time student in any of those schools that are eligible for a postgraduate work permit. A public post-secondary school such as college or university or CGIB in Quebec, a private college level school in Quebec, a Canadian private school but can legally award degrees under provincial law. For example, a bachelor's, master's, or doctorate degree. These requirements are the same for current spousal open work permit holder who apply to extend their existing work permit. So what they are saying, all these things that I listed, what they are saying is, I'll put the link in the description section in case I was too fast or you didn't get it quite all right. You can click on that link and you'll be able to go through it on your own to know more. But what they are saying from here is that if you already applied and all these other things I listed, then you don't have any need to worry. What if you are not eligible? For example, if you are coming to do a diploma, please, your husband or your spouse will not be eligible for an open work permit. If you are coming to study diploma, if it's not a master's, if it's a degree or anything, if you have, apart from these other degrees that were listed, like the BSc nursing, those are the degree in demand that they listed. Apart from these ones, if you are coming for any other degree or you are coming for a diploma, your spouse will not be eligible for a spousal open work permit. So what would you do in that case? Maybe you probably want to sacrifice for the period of time that you will be a student, because the fact that your spouse is not eligible for a work permit does not mean that once you get your PRO, you will not be able to bring your spouse. So when you get your PRO, you'll be able to apply for your spouse and your other family members to come. But while you are a student, what they are saying is that while you are a student, your spouse will not be eligible for a spousal open work permit. So what can you do? If you think you can afford it, you can apply for a you can apply for a visitor's visa. You can be here and your husband comes to visit you, your children come to visit you, if you can afford it. Just know that if your spouse is coming as a visitor, your spouse will not have the legal right to work, because you cannot work with a visitor's visa. Although you can change visitor's visa to work permit. If you watch one of my videos, I also made a video how easy it is or how difficult it is. It can be really, really difficult to change a visitor's work permit to a spousal to a visitor's visa to a work permit. It can be really difficult. So if you have the mind of bringing your spouse as a visitor, that once he gets here, he will look for work, you might have to rethink, because it does not just come like that. So I think this is all that I have for now. If you have any comments to make, if you have any question, put it on the comment section. If you're already thinking that, oh, I can't come to Canada to study anymore because the Canadian government said we cannot study anymore. No, the Canadian government haven't said that. They haven't said that you cannot study anymore in Canada. What they are saying, what they've just said is that they are trying to curb a lot of extortion. A lot of people have been exploited. They were exploited because a lot of colleges were admitting students they were not able to actually look after. So that now brought a lot of challenges on housing and some other stuff. So they are trying to clean the mess that has been made by some of these colleges. So they haven't said you can't apply as a student. You can apply as an international student, but the thing is that if you are doing a diploma course, your spouse will not be eligible for a spousal open work permit. But if you are doing masters, if you're coming to study masters or PhD, or you are coming to study those courses that I listed, like you're coming for BSc nursing and some other in demand career, then you will be eligible for that. Okay, so I'll put this on the description section. You can click on it so that you go through the list of careers that you can actually apply to if you're coming here, or if you don't belong to that, maybe you want to do a master's, or still if it's just diploma that you can afford to do now, you just have to sacrifice, for that period of time that you will be in school. You might not be able to see your family, or your family can visit you, or you can go visit your family. It all depends if you can afford it. So once more, I want to appreciate you for your time. If you've come this far, that means this actually was meaningful to you. Just before the end of this video, I want to appeal that you share this information. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people are so worried. Share this video so that we can reach out to a lot of people, help people to gain information that they need to shaping their thought and their desire to come here. Let's share. Please share, like, subscribe, and comment. Ask questions. Ask questions. I'm here to assist you. Ask questions is for free. I don't collect any money from you. For now, I don't collect any money. Mine is just to help you, guide you through your way. And, I hope that you'll be successful in your plans to come abroad to study or maybe to live abroad. Once again, thank you, and see you in my next video. Have a good one. Bye.